Hi guys, I woke up to you guys plugging me in my comment section. So, konnichiwa, watashi wa JeidoChannel.i yoroshiku onegaishimasu. We're back with Milgram. I forgot it was Wednesday. I know Milgram posted on Wednesday, but I just forgot, so. But I woke up to, like, you guys, like, comments on the last videos. And some of you guys are just like, hold on. Let me, my heater fan with the, oh, Milgram just posted Haruka's full story and full video. And then Kiba Oma, I'm coming back to this video again. Have you seen their newest video? Not yet. Archie is like, I am traumatized. Tulin's like, what the heck? Alright. Milgram prisoner number 1, Haruka Sakurai. The third trial. I changed. I'm useful now. So, because of you guys, I'm a little scared. But this is what we're doing. Because we all love Milgram. Let's just lock in. Let's lock in. I don't know if this is a song or whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this. Look at how frail he is. Oh my gosh, there's nothing in this room besides like the bed and this table with probably the food that Moo brought, right? Oh my gosh, it's actually like an anime. I love and hate how this is presented. Wait, this is like presented like a camera. Like, was somebody watching at the time? Was this like between... This had to be like between where S was like asleep, right? Maybe like Jackalope or whoever was talking at like the end of the second trial result thing. Maybe somebody was like looking at the cameras or something. Because I believe that S was probably asleep, right? She doesn't like this. What do you mean, don't worry? These are the hair clips that Moo gave him, right? And the fact that she wasn't is... Unfortunately, no. This is so eerie. This is so crazy. There's no music. It's just like a documentation, like a documentary. Camera 7 out of 15. It's not helping her in the long run though, because she'll have this in her mind forever. I've changed. I'm useful now. Oh, Haruka. Wait, so she watched him die? Or did he just pass out? What's this ring? Is that something that he had from like his mom? That he took from his mom? I guys, why did I start watching this again? Why am I here? The way that he died with the smile, thinking that he was going to help her. Like how rough his nails are, the circles, the chapped lips, the very he the just I don't know. I can't. Okay, hold, no, 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 no. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I'm glad that they have a translation for this. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Alright, let's read. Born in 1997 in Nagaoka, Niigata. Wait, 1997, so how? Wait. Is Milgram in the current year or whatever? Or what is it? Should I calculate that or what? I don't know. From an early age, Haruka Sakurai developed more slowly compared to his peers. His overprotective parents would not accept that their child had developmental delays and did not provide him with an educational environment suited to his needs. The gap in developmental achievements between him and his peers kept widening, so much so that when Haruka reached 15 years old, he could still not adequately read kanji. It was around the time that his parents simply gave up, and they shifted from overprotectiveness to disinterest. And then forth, his parents acted as if Haruka did not exist. Haruka tried to regain his parents' attention by causing problems and disturbances, but his parents' attention was never directed at him again. Okay, so he did have a father that was never shown, like, okay, where were you, sir? Although I guess it doesn't matter, because neither of them cared. Haruka starts to kill small animals in secret from around that time. He killed insects, he killed mice, he killed stray dogs and cats. He felt relieved that there was life in this world that was inferior to him. Haruka's actions soon escalate, and he starts to kill pet cats and dogs as well. The following day, as he witnessed the torment screams of the people who had suddenly lost a life they so cherished, he had a deep emotional reaction where he feels for the very first time that he is indeed connected to the world. The neighborhood increased its security from soon afterward, and Haruka's unsophisticated crimes soon came to light. The police detained and questioned him harshly. Haruka experiences a heightened sense of excitement with all of his interest and attention directed at himself. When he saw the faces of his parents who were called in for him and him alone, the heightened excitement reached a fever pitch, and he fainted. The day he was released, Haruka committed murder. The victim was a small child, clearly much less powerful than himself. It was a day of the fireworks festival. He targeted a child who had strayed from her parents. Oh, so it was not his sister. Okay. It was not wait, does he actually have a little sister? I don't know. So it was a child that he saw. So, was not related to him, but still bad. Haruka weeps as he clumsily hides the body. This child's life is probably much more valuable than my own. A future much brighter than mine was probably awaiting this child. Why did I end up like this? Haruka cried night after night after that, and repented. He thinks about the future of the child he murdered and claws at his chest. When he came to, he was strangling the neck of a second child. Was this one his sister? Save data as the dawn of the following day to Milgram. So he killed two kids. One was a random child, and they did not say who the second one was. Hey, so actually, when I was reading like people's theories and stuff like that on my timeline, There were some people that actually say that they theorized that the second child that was implied to be strangled was actually Haruka himself until he realized what he was doing. This theory comes from the illustrations in the second child music video where Haruka is standing on the chair, and they believe that these are the events that happened after he killed that little girl. And they also think it's a bit weird to not imply about anything about the second child that was being strangled the second time. So, yeah. I think to myself, yeah, I'd love to see Shido getting killed by Amane animated as a joke, but I guess we'll actually see that. That's, oh my gosh. If Mu was in this one, yeah, we'll probably see the Shido and Amane, and then we'll probably see, watching Mahito die. Okay, so I wonder if for Shido and Mahito will get ones like this. I wonder if for Yuno and the others, the ones who are still alive, I wonder if we'll see just the music videos again. I will never understand parents who choose to ignore their child's developmental disability and brush it off with "my child is completely fine." I genuinely feel like Mu actually cared about Haruka now. I keep forgetting she's literally younger than him and is very sheltered and has never known anything other than getting what she wants. She probably has no idea how to deal with these feelings of someone literally dying for her for basically no reason and is defensive about it out of fear. I was surprised at how much Mu has feelings for Haruka. I had the impression that it was just being used for convenience. No, she definitely cared. I feel like if she didn't actually care, she'd be much different. But I think it's very clear that she did care for him, because she actually thought of Haruka as a friend. I knew what was going to happen, right? Are the words that Mu said towards S, but it also sounds like Mu is saying it to herself. That's because Mu was quite unaware of the impact his words and actions had on others. Yeah, she probably didn't really take it as, oh, he would do it for sure or whatever, or that he wouldn't completely go through with it. But then she also now feels like it's her fault because she didn't stop it when she knew what was going on. So she probably is now halfway blaming herself for being too late, but she's being defensive about it towards S because of the fact that she's half blaming herself, but she can't process that completely. Just the atmosphere, the sound, the way that it's being shown through a camera. It's not being shown through Mu or Haruka's POV. It's like someone outside is watching them. And I really do believe that this is not from a time where S is awake. Obviously, because S is put to sleep after each trial. So Mu's just kind of standing here out of disbelief. I'm pretty sure she probably thought that he wouldn't completely go through with this. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be innocent for sure. And then she's definitely wasn't found innocent. He thought he was doing something for once to help. His death just made her, I don't know, kind of feel this is crazy. Once again, I do like how this is portrayed though. From the point of view is you're an outsider looking in to see what's happening. You can see this distress from afar. You can see this situation happening, but having no place in it in order to interfere with it. This is footage from what happened. It's like I'm saying, like a documentary. I wonder if we're just meant to assume that the second child was another random child, because they never mention a younger sibling. they just say Haruka's parents. They never like state that they had a younger child. So that's the part that's confusing me, because sometimes there are theories about, oh, it might be his little sister, and there are theories about, oh, it's probably just another child. So I'm assuming that both were just children that weren't related to him. Like the second one was not related to him either. I think Moo is used to things working out for her that she didn't expect. We'd ignore her warnings, so she acted super confident and came out as gloating to us. This is the ego we hold, represented in essence defiance and challenging her. Her being bullied back when she was the first time had consequences, and her first doubt, I guess this is somewhat my fault, maybe it's okay as it is, and after pain, but instead we validated her actions and she no longer cares for what we think. She even seemed confused why Haruka legitimately kept his word. I don't think she's malicious. Looking at it from her perspective, all her friends worship her and then turn on her once she was beaten down from her throne. So yeah, it's kind of confusing for her, because she's never had anyone that was that devoted to her, because they all end up turning on her. Haruka was someone who legitimately cared about her, who legitimately kept his word of what he said he was going to do, even if it wasn't the right thing to do. He still kept that word, and that probably shocked her too, because especially something as serious as that, she probably didn't, think that it would happen. Of course, I would think she would have noticed things getting bad before. I don't know what was, going on between that moment before he got to that point where he was about to die, but she probably thought that he was eating it until he probably kept from seeming such in a bad shape until that moment where she finally noticed, like, oh, he's not going to make it. Y'all can stop blaming Moo now. Haruka was adamant with his decision. Moo constantly gave him food even after his decision to starve himself. She would always open a door for him to eat food. And plus, she probably never expected herself to get a guilty verdict, so back when Haruka made that deal, she probably thought it would have been highly unlikely. She thought 100% she'd be found innocent. That's further proven in the trial of a voice line when she called S a liar, and that S will vote her innocent. Yeah, because if you're not used to, like, people being, like, that devoted to you, you're probably gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna do that. Like, you're not gonna. But at the same time, for Haruka, it was a way, like you said, to show that he would finally be useful to someone. Even though that's not how it turned out. In the end, Moo was still guilty. Haruka died, but at least he died satisfied with himself. Although Moo is definitely not satisfied. And it's gonna be hard for her to accept what happened as being partially her fault for not taking it as seriously as she should have, maybe. Because in her mind, she thought, oh, well, I'm gonna be innocent anyway. And Haruka is probably not gonna go that far for me. So in the end, it just kind of got all screwed up. And that's leaving her to be like, wow, like, if I would have taken, like, a different route when he first told me about this, or if I would have taken this as seriously as I should have, maybe it wouldn't have went like that. Or maybe, like, if I would have made sure that he was actually eating his food, or I don't know, I'm sure she has, like, a lot of conflicting feelings right now about the way that it turned out. In the end, it was Haruka's choice. It was something that he wanted to do to prove that he could finally do something worthwhile in his mind and his perspective. Crazy. I'm going to make a post. I'm just gonna do a simple, I hate Milgram. Kozuko's second trial music video is actually so funny because it's basically her diss track to everyone at Milgram. Can't even start the song with her dissing Haruka in the first few seconds. I didn't even notice the beginning at first, but when we got to the last part, I was just like, whoa. Whoa, hello? Ma'am? Scar Lower Rambler says, don't mind me commenting again, but seriously, Mikoto and John are so tragic. If it's for me, if it's for Mikoto, I'll do anything. From the bottom of his heart, John truly cares for Mikoto. He's the only one who's bore witness to Mikoto's raw, unmasked pain, knowing how heavily his constant stress weighs on him. John is slowly realizing how much indirect pain he's caused for Mikoto, and is finally acknowledging it. It's like he's been trying to deny it, but like Mikoto, he's also slowly starting to break down in the realization that he's failing to protect Mikoto from all his hurt. Like, I'm sorry is actually so jarring. I love the portrayal of them in Double especially, because you especially get to see how John really does care about Mikoto, and that John just wants to do things to like protect Mikoto. So you from the first trial you kind of get like, oh, maybe he doesn't really care that much, maybe he's just, you know, doing it just to do it. I mean, if you don't like look into like a whole, like, you know, the fine details. But in Double, I think the visuals in Double are like my second favorite next to Amine. Like, I love I could break down, I feel like Double was easy to break down. I don't know, I love videos that have like so much visual relevance to like what's going on, as along with the lyrics, that it's just easy for me to break up and crumble. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I love Mikoto. He's my favorite character, but I seriously doubt that he's as ignorant that everyone believes he is, knowing more than he lets on. In a timeline just before his second voice drama, Mikoto was wondering if there was really another him, so he tried talking to John, and it did work, but it was all for nothing because Mikoto couldn't remember most of John's memories. I think he had an idea about having DID, but dismissed it when he didn't get any results. This is making me think Mikoto's murder or sin is actually him neglecting John's actions because he was just ignoring all the concerning signs of possible major picture. He could have sought for help for the bad dreams. He could have found out about his DID sooner, and he could have done something or anything to prevent the murders. I know it's really difficult to do much in Mikoto's situation, but still. Meaning Milgram could consider Mikoto at fault for ignoring signs of John's, or just switching in general, being an unwilling and unaware accomplice to the murders. So that is basically what makes him a witness. I was wondering so much about the witness thing. This kind of cleared it up for me. So thank you, Slothful Majesty, for giving me this this insight on why Mikoto could be a witness, because I was just kind of confused on why. But now I have an idea, which makes sense, because Mikoto did know that some weird things were going on, and he just kind of like brushed it off like, no, like, it's probably fine, instead of like actually, you know, trying to figure it out, because he was like so busy with work or whatever, and he was like already so stressed out, so he was like, you know what, whatever. So official music. Kotoko, I know she's a bit insane, but she's so hot, so she was just being a little silly. You know, she was just being a little, she just got a little too whimsical, you know. Sometimes that happens, sometimes that, you know, sometimes the whimsy pops out a little. And by the way, thank you for everyone that was wishing me, thank you to everyone that was wishing me to get better when I said I had a cold, because yeah, that day was kind of a little rough for me. I was trying to keep up with the comments as best as I could, like that afternoon or whatever, but I was just not. I had chosen everything else. Like, I was not. JD said, I can never prepare a boiling pot for my goat jackalope. I love his chaos too much. I will, however, point and laugh as you guys cook him. Pointing and laughing is crazy. I don't know if I should offer you a bowl of the stew or not. Tulin09. Rest in peace, Mappy. You were my shining star, bright, warm, and beautiful, even when the world around you was cruel. Your kindness, your love, and your unwavering heart made me smile. You deserve so much more than what fate gave you. No matter how much pain you carried, you tried to bring happiness to those around you. You were soft yet strong, gentle yet resilient, and even in your darkest moments you remained breathtakingly radiant. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You are the cure to my loneliness. You make me want to become a better person. I love you so much, my hero. Every part of you, your smiles, your sadness, hope, and heartbreak are all precious to me. You were never just a character to me. You were a feeling, a warmth, a presence that will never fade in my heart. No matter what, I will remember you, and I will cherish every moment that you gave us. Sleep peacefully, my beloved girl. You deserve a world of love. Can I get an amen for Tulin's heartfelt prayer? Sevilo says, congrats for catching up, and now we'll experience Milgram T3 together, hand in hand. So, let's enjoy this tragic act, third act of the play. And then they had a very great analysis of, like, every character down here, so please, guys, once again, go read Sevilo's analysis, because they are always cooking. I don't know how your brain does that, like I said last time, I don't know how you do that, but, thank you, Sevi. Tim says, is no one going to comment how the tier list with only the ones left is like a big fat F? Also, why personally I don't care much about Shido. I felt sad for Haruka and Mappy, so not over her death. What timestamp was this? I didn't even see this. What timestamp is this? No. So anyway, that's all I have to say and all I'm going to say. Thank you everyone for, first of all, just letting me know that the video was out. I was on YouTube and I didn't see the video, like, so I don't know what that was about, but yeah, so thank you for everyone who is letting me know how traumatized you guys were, and we'll discuss more in the comments, I'm guessing. So arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Milgram journey and making my channel like a good Milgram community. So remember that the polls are still going on, guys, so if you didn't like vote for the characters on the polls, make sure to do that. So I will see you next time whenever another video comes out. I don't know if they're skipping weeks, I don't know if it's gonna be next week, I don't know how this upload schedule is, so yeah. Arigatou gozaimasu.